What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is another very exciting, very special one because today I'm doing another collab. I want to formally introduce my party people to the one and only Jennifer Joyce. So Miss Jen has been doing hair and makeup for 20 years. She's very experienced, she's very knowledgeable, but when you watch her videos, it's like reverting back to what YouTube used to be like. I've talked about this before, but when YouTube first started back around like 2008, 2009 era, the beauty community was nothing but tutorials, how-tos, tips and tricks, like stuff to make you learn, like stuff to build a foundation and to kind of get you started. And I feel like we've kind of taken a different turn now. I feel like this is the age of product reviews and product discussion videos. And that's what my focus is on my channel too, because that's what you guys seem to like. The thing is with tutorials is that no one does them anymore. Like this is not a very tutorial driven community anymore like it used to be. You know, because of the way YouTube used to be, that's why most of us know what we know now. But watching Jen, you learn something. Like she does tutorials, tips and tricks, how-tos. So we decided to send each other a mystery box. So basically we send each other a full face of makeup, but it could be stuff that we liked, stuff that we loved. It could be stuff that we hated. When we sent each other this stuff, we didn't know what we were getting, and we were supposed to open it on camera to really enhance the mystery part of the video. But I get really excited when I know that new makeup is coming, and I saw the big box and I was like, I can't wait. I know what's in here, haven't used it, and pretty much everything in here is something that I haven't tried. So she did an amazing job at picking stuff that I haven't tried before. But the point of this video is just to illustrate that everybody is so different and everyone's personal preferences are different. So something that I love may be something that you hate and vice versa. It's not that serious. So yeah, I'm gonna have all of Jen's links in the description box below, so make sure you go check down there to go follow her and subscribe to her and all that good stuff. But also just wait until the end because I'm gonna have all of her information in the outro with the music and all that stuff. So yeah, make sure you go let her know that I sent you, let her know that you're a party people, and without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. So she sent for eyeshadow primer, let's start off with that, the Milani eyeshadow primer. That's all it's called. So yeah, Milani eyeshadow primer, and she said that she hates this. Let's go ahead and apply. So it started off really watery, and I was afraid that it wasn't going to actually blend in and like set, but it did set, and there's no coverage or anything. If there is a little bit of coverage, it's like a very sheer amount of coverage, but for the most part, it's pretty translucent. Moving on to eyeshadow. So she sent me the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette, which I have not tried. This shade selection is me. But she also sent me this Pacifica Beachy Punk Mineral Eyeshadows. This is 100% vegan and cruelty-free. I think you can find this line at Target. So the shades are kind of more muted. It's kind of like muted, springy, summery shades. Let's go ahead and swatch both of these palettes real quick just to get an idea. Okay, as far as the Pacifica ones going, these are very not pigmented. What'd she say about these? So she said these were a fail. That's all she put. So they're not too bad when you swatch them. Oh, that's bad. That pigmentation is hellacious. But she did say that she thought that the Colored Rain palette is one of the best. Oh, I don't even want to touch it because it's so pretty. Oh, Lord. Help me make it through the day. Ooh. Now that is pigmentation, and that shade selection is gorgeous. I'm going to start using the Colored Rain palette. I'm going to use a shade right here called Air to set my primer in place. So the transition is an area you can kind of play around with a little bit. So I'm gonna go into the Pacifica palette, and let's just take this muted peachy tan shade. Let's try that in the crease. Oh my God, I see it. Okay, that shade actually worked out really well. It actually showed up, it blended out really nicely. So I don't really know how else I can use this because of what I'm gonna use in the Colored Rain palette, but we'll try later. We'll come back to that. So let's move into the Colored Rain palette. I'm going to take the orange shade in the palette and just put that around the crease as well. Oh, girl, these are good. That's pretty. So now I'm going to go into this really pretty fuchsia purple, and we'll just slap that on somewhere. I gotta have it. Oh, that blend. The blend is beautiful. So I'm going to go into that really pretty bronzy, goldish coppery color, and I have a sneaking suspicion that this won't even need to be wet. Dear God, that's pretty. So yeah, I've already decided this palette was handcrafted by Jesus himself. So I'm gonna go into Crown, which is that whitish gold shade and put that in the inner corner for my pop of highlight. So for my inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go in with a mixture of Air, which is that skin tone color we put on the eyelid, and also this, I don't know if this is gonna work because I usually don't like shades like this, but this matte pinky toned ivory shade just for some brightness because I feel like Air isn't bright enough. Let's see what the Pacifica one looks like on its own. Oh, that's really bright. I'm gonna mix it in with a little bit of Air just to tone down the pinkness of it because it's a little pink. So I have a feeling with this Pacifica palette that the mattes are probably better than the shimmers. Okay, so moving on to eyeliner. So she sent me two different ones. She sent me one from Pacifica. This is the Natural Minerals eyeliner. Where's the friggin' shade name? Okay, so it is a dark brown and it is matte. Seems to be pretty pigmented when you swatch it. This is the type of pencil that you sharpen, and I typically don't go for these just because I don't know, they just seem to be a little bit drier. But she said that she did not like this. This was not pigmented, but it seems to swatch out really nicely, but it may not translate to be very pigmented on the eyes. She also sent me this one from Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Slim Skinny Tip Eyeliner, and I've actually talked about this one before, and this one's not too bad. She actually put this, it was just okay. It is a very, very fine tip, and I feel like for that reason, it makes a really nice, like, little fine flick, but it is very pigmented. It's really jet black. I'm gonna use this one for my wing and use a Pacifica one for my lash line. Okay, so here's that eyeliner on the top lash line. You probably can't even really see it because brown eyeliner for me just never really clicked. Like, it just never shows up on me for some reason. It did apply, like I do see it. It's very faint though, and I felt like I really had to press down hard to get it to actually translate. It's just not creamy enough for me. I need something that has a little bit more like glide and like a slip to it, I guess. I'm gonna use this matte, very faint, like charcoal-y black. Just to set that, I just want to see what it looks like. I may have to go in with the felt tip liner from Wet n Wild just to top that off. Also, fun fact, because you guys seem to want to know more about me, I've got a cup of brownie batter right here because I'm a pig. These are the Betty Crocker mug cakes, I think that's what they're called. They're really, really good. They taste just like whatever they're supposed to be like. All you do is mix it in with milk or water. Do milk, it makes it so much better. And I just wanted a quick treat, and instead of cooking it in the microwave for a minute, I decided to just mix it up and make some brownie batter, which is the best thing that has ever been created. Oh my God. I'm gonna get so sick one day. Okay, so that actually did show up. That actually really did help the look. It actually looks like eyeliner now. And it's not like super jet black, like super richly pigmented, but it did pack on really nicely actually, and it didn't take too long for me to do it. So I am gonna go ahead and try to make a little flick with the Wet n Wild. And I may actually put this like really close to the lash line. I haven't really used this a whole lot for the top lashes, just for making a wing because it's so tiny. It doesn't really cover a whole lot of space. So there is what it looks like with the felt tip liner now, and I actually really do like this. Like, it's not something that I gravitate towards a whole lot just because, I don't know, I have to be in the mood for felt tip liners and also to make a wing. Because when you make a wing, you risk everything. Moving on to mascara. So we each sent each other a new mascara. So she actually sent me her favorite. She said this is my favorite, doesn't smudge, and is awesome. This is the Revlon Mega Multiplier. So it's got like a cone shaped one, almost like the Benefit Bad Gal mascara. So there's what it looks like. It's really full. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and curl some lashes and let's put on some mascara. Okay, so there's the mascara, and personally, I didn't really like this one too much. It seems really, really dry. I love the wand on it. The wand is perfect for the lashes, and I feel like it really gets in there in the inner corners and stuff. But for me, I just want my lashes to look a lot bigger than this. So moving on to brow. So she did send me two different ones, and she sent my favorite brow pencil ever. This is the NYX Precision Brow Pencil. If you've watched my channel for a while, you'll know that the shade Taupe is perfect. It's my favorite brow product in the world. But she sent the shade Soft Brown. She said it didn't work for her, but she said she loves this. Since I already know that this shade won't work for me and that Taupe is my perfect match, I'm just gonna hold on to this for a future giveaway because it's sealed, unopened, brand new, so someone else will get a lot of use out of this because I know that I won't. So we'll just use the other one that she sent me. So this is the Milani Easy Brow Automatic Pencil in the shade Natural Taupe. So this is just a retractable pencil. I've never used this one before. Let's see, it's probably more like a gel formula. Yeah, that's actually a really, really good shade. It's a really nice dark blonde taupe with a slight warmth to it. So she said that she thought this had horrible pigmentation. So let's go in and see. Okay, so there are the brows, and that actually worked really, really well for me. The shade is a little more warm than what I want. My brows are a little bit cooler toned, and so is my hair color, but it did work and did fill them in pretty nicely. So she sent me two different priming type products. So she sent me this Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothing Priming Moisturizer. So this kind of doubles as your moisturizer and primer. I have tried this before in trial sizes, and I actually really do like this. If you have dry skin, I feel like you will like this. Let's see what she had to say about this. Great moisturizer, a little too oily for her skin. So she has really, really oily skin. I do have oily skin, but it's more in the T-zone. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this, and then she also sent me this Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot Instant Perfecting Primer, and she said this is good in T-zone and says shrinks pores, but no. So we're gonna test that as well because I do have very large pores. It does feel very moisturizing. It does seem to dry pretty fast, but it does have that tacky feel. Okay, so here's what the One Heck of a Blot looks like. It's just kind of whitish ivory toned. Okay, so it does feel more like a silicone primer. I do have very large pores. Let's see if we can cover these bad boys up. Not really sure how I feel about this. We'll have to see how the foundation goes on top of it, but as far as blurring the pores, I agree. This is not really blurring the pores, and it's not really doing a whole lot of mattification. Okay, so for foundation, she sent me one that I actually did watch her review, and it was pretty bad. Like, she did not have very much luck with this. This is the Beauty Bakery Cake Mix Demi Matte Foundation. She said this was a horrible shit show. Yeah, on her skin, this looked really crumbly and very like crackly and crepey and weird. It just did not look good on her skin at all. And she also said that you need to work fast with this because once it sets and you can't move it. It seems to be a low medium coverage. Okay, so there's what it looks like with one layer. Not too impressed. I will say it's completely dried down the opposite side though. So let's try to not make this look horrible because I gotta go to work today. Okay, it is building up in coverage, but it is having a hard time with, you know, layering onto the first layer. Okay, that's looking really odd. It looks dark right there for some reason. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, it's doing on this side too. What does that mean? Oh my God, this is the most powdery looking finish I've ever seen. It actually looks like I've caked on 15 layers of powder right through here. I'm gonna try to make this work because I really don't want to take this off before I go. So let's just spray it with setting spray and then try to fix it. Can we? Can you see this? What is going on? I've never had a foundation react like this. Look at this. This is a monstrosity. But it looks awful around my texture right here where I have these active breakouts. Like, it is setting. Oh my God, it looks gross. This is getting taken off as soon as I get done with this video. Okay. Whew, moving on to concealer. So she also sent the Beauty Bakery concealer. What is this called? Cake Face Concealer. That is not a very good name for a face product. She said this oxidizes and is terrible. So I'm gonna use a very small amount. Oh my God! What is happening right now? Can you see this? Like, it's spreading all the way down to my chin. Oh dear Lord in heaven, please help me recover this horrible makeup day. I'm just gonna use my brush to stamp this in place because with a sponge, it just wants to keep spreading. So for highlighter, she did send me a couple. She did send me a cream highlighter. So this is the Fenty Shimmer Skin Stick in the shade Starstruck. And she said that this one was dry and strange. This is like a light icy pink color. There's what that looks like. It does swatch out to be okay. It does seem very dry, I will say that. It seems very glittery. And anything else on top of this foundation, my voice is cracking, I'm so mad. Anything else on top of this foundation will not work very well. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated on other products that I try today because nothing is gonna look good with this foundation and concealer mixture. Like, it's just, everything else is doomed. Oh my God. Do you see? There's a big white like river running down my face right there where it ain't happening with this foundation. So for powder, she did send me several. So she sent me this Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in the shade Banana, which I haven't tried. I've tried a lot like this, like the Ben Nye one. They're all way too yellow and just way too chalky. So she said that this one was so dry and cakey. Based off of how it feels and like how it swatches, it does kind of blend into my hand. Another problem with banana powders for me is that they just look too much like my skin tone. I do have a golden olive undertone. She also sent the Pacifica Mineral Neutralizing Mattifier. So she said that this one was chalky. So let's see how it feels. Okay, so based off of how it feels, like when I swatch it, it does feel pretty smooth to me. It kind of does have like a pinky hue to my skin right there. But hopefully that doesn't translate onto my skin. But based off the swatch, it feels okay. And then the LA Girl Pro Face HD Matte Pressed Powder. She said this was mediocre. So this is in the shade Creamy Natural. This one looks like a yellow banana powder. Like, this one's pretty yellow. So there's what that one looks like. So let's try the Makeup Revolution one. Okay, so yeah, it is pretty yellow. Might be okay for deeper skin tones like most banana powders are. Let's try a different brush. It doesn't really feel too chalky on my skin. Let's put it down here. Yeah, this is pretty skin tone like for me. Let's go into the LA Girl one on the other side. Let's use this to set under my eyes because I feel like that's what I should use it for. Oh, that one is yeller. That is like old yeller right here. As far as the texture of this one though, it doesn't seem too bad. But let's try the Pacifica one because this one does feel really nice. I'm hopeful that this one will work for me. So I went ahead and put the Pacifica powder all over my face. And I could definitely see this showing up on people with a deeper skin tone for sure. And anyone that has a really, really golden warm undertone, because this does kind of show up a little bit like that pinky lighter hue does show up a little bit. So I can get it to work, and I think it will mesh in better once I apply setting spray and stuff, but it's kind of borderline a little bit too pasty on me. Now's the time that I would go back up to my lower lash line and finish up the eyes, but I already know that I have to take off this stuff before I go into work, so we're just gonna move on with the rest of the stuff. So she actually did send me one more brow product that I forgot to use earlier. This is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 4-in-1 Brow Boosting Kit, Tinted Brow Gel and Serum. This is in the shade Universal Brown, which probably won't work for me, but she says this does nothing. Here's what it looks like. The wand has like a cone shape to it. Let's just apply it. So it does feel wet, so it feels like something's in there. It's a very, very light tint. Like, this doesn't have fibers or anything in it to my knowledge. This might work okay as a clear brow gel, but let's go ahead and move on to bronzer and cheek products and stuff like that. So I have the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. She said that this was just okay. It was a very dry texture. So this is the one with the 3 different powders in it. You have a lighter ivory color, you have a contour shade, and then a bronzer shade. So let's see. I've never used these before. Oh, these are very dry. Nice shades. The shade selection is really, really pretty. So there's what they look like. Kind of chalky as well. It's like it's not wanting to even spread on my hands, so this should be fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into that ivory shade, and let's try to lighten up the under eye area a little bit. Let's go into that bronzer shade now. So it is showing up a little bit, but I don't know if it's because of the foundation and stuff underneath, but it's just looking really dry and chalky, which I'd say where it's dry, that definitely has a lot to do with it, but the foundation underneath probably doesn't help it too much either. Let's go into the contour shade now. This is a very cool toned ashy color, so hopefully it doesn't look too ashy though. A little bit hard to work with, a little bit hard to blend out, but that could be because of the foundation and the powders and stuff, who knows. But this is the epitome of a cool toned contour. Like, it definitely does, like, it's definitely a little bit too cool toned. So for blush, she did send me 2 different ones to try out. So she sent me the Makeup Revolution matte blush in the shade Nude, and I actually do have this one. This is a really pretty tone. It's a really, really pretty, just rosy, just natural nude. It's a really good matte formula. There's what it looks like right there. But I just don't typically go for really matte blushes like this one, just because I don't feel like they blend out very well. Like, they don't really mesh with a shimmery highlight. But the other one that she sent me is the Face Shop Pastel Cushion Blusher in the shade Coral Cushion. So here's what it looks like. I've never heard of this brand before. The shade is really pretty. It looks like a very like springy, like neon looking peachy coral. And she said actually never tried this one. So okay, so let's do the Makeup Revolution one on this side. And it does blend out pretty nicely and stuff. I just feel like sometimes matte blushes can grab in certain areas. Like, wherever you first lay your brush, sometimes they just want to stick there. Let's try the coral one. So I think this would be a really pretty shade. Hopefully it's not too light though, because it's looking pretty light on my brush. Definitely not for deeper skin tones. This would be an okay blush color for really, really fair skin. It almost looks a bit too light for my skin tone. So I'm gonna go in with my powder brush and just kind of blend around the edges just to make sure. But I will say it's like it blends away to nothing. Like, if you blend it too much, it just disappears. So she sent me the Anastasia Aurora palette. She said liked, but the colors were weird and glittery. So this shade selection really isn't for me. I'm gonna try it, obviously. She also sent me the Pop Luxe, what is this called? Pop Luxe highlighter, I guess. I think this was actually created by a makeup artist YouTuber. I'm not really familiar with him, but I have heard her talk about this on her channel before, but in a different shade. She really does like this line though. But she says, loves but too dark, makes a great bronzer topper. And this one's actually crumbled in translation, so I can't hold it up to show you guys. Oh wow, it's really smooth. It's really pretty. It's definitely really, really bronze, so that'd be really pretty for a deeper skin tone highlight. And it did blend out. It has a really pretty glow to it. So it's not really showing up too much because I feel like the foundation is just not allowing any kind of shine or glow to come through. It's just like, I'll keep trying that. So let's go into the Aurora palette now. That's actually really pretty. I mixed the top 2 right here. I look very sculpted, a little bit too sculpted. So let's talk about some lip products now. So she did send me a few different ones to try out. So she sent me the Rimmel Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner in the shade number 70. What's the shade though? Oh, number 70 Enchantment. So she said, love these, but they break off. That's a very, very pretty shade, so hopefully that works. And then she sent me the Beauty Bakery Lip Whip, which is just a liquid lipstick in the shade I Like to Chai Chai. And she said, this is horrible, one of the worst. And then she sent me the Balms Plump Your Pucker lip gloss in the shade, where's the shade? Why is it so hard to find the shade names? I have no idea, but it's just a glittery pink looking color. And she said, this is brand new, not my fave, don't hate it either. So let's go ahead and line my lips. Okay, so that's just gliding on. That is a very, very smooth, creamy formula. It's extremely pigmented. So far, I do like this one. Hopefully it doesn't break off. I didn't roll it up or anything, so maybe if I don't roll it up and just use whatever sticks out on the very top surface, then we won't have that issue. So going into the Beauty Bakery's Lip Whip, I do not like liquid lipsticks. They are very drying. They emphasize every line of my lip. Okay, so I've sat here for a couple minutes and it has dried down, I guess, completely. I'm sure this will start cracking and stuff and it will do worse, but the shade is really, really pretty. It's a very pretty nude, but when my lips touch, it's very sticky and it's like, I can already tell that it's gonna pull off the product when I talk and stuff. We're gonna go ahead and go in with the Balms Plump Your Pucker. So I feel like this would be a really good gloss on its own, like with a different lipstick or something, but with the liquid lipstick, it definitely makes it feel more comfortable, and it does have that really nice, like, tingly, cooling feeling. Don't know how long it'll last. So moving on to the last thing in the mystery box, we have a setting spray. This is the Skindinavia Makeup Finishing Spray for oil control, and she says this is all right, but she likes the All Nighter from Urban Decay a little bit better. So I haven't tried these. I've wanted to try these forever, so let's see how this does. It's definitely giving the foundation a lot more glow. I don't know how it looks in real life. Like, I don't know how editing Ashley feels about it. But that is it for this mystery box video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and had some fun. And I hope you guys go check out Jennifer and show her some love, because she is seriously a diamond in the rough. Like, she is so amazing. Shout out to Jen. Thank you so much for sending me all this stuff. Thank you so much for doing this video with me. It's been so much fun. This was seriously one of the most fun videos that I've done. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel. I have a little button right down here in the corner of the video. And if you're from Jennifer's channel, then welcome to my humble abode. Oh my God, how rude of me. My name is Ashley. Hello, I'm the Glamour Index. But if you're a regular on my channel, then you probably already know what to do. But if you're new to my channel, then make sure you turn the notification bell on. And once you do that, comment below #partypeople to let me know that you're part of my Party People squad. And I'll see you in my next one. Mwah.